Let's get you in for a closer look and show you how it chips. Hey guys, welcome back to the O&D Life. Today we're talking about the wood chipper, the FH-BX42s wood chipper from Farmer Helper Machinery. That I had gotten it from Betstco Products at Betstco.com, BETSTCO.com. I have the hardest time saying that. What I want to do with this video is go over some of the specs, show it a little bit closer up, take a closer look, and then also go over some of the pros and cons. One of the nice things about this chipper, as I was looking at different chippers, is that it can handle having a tractor. You know, if your tractor is smaller, up to a 50 horsepower tractor, this chipper can handle it. So it's rated from 15 up to 50 horsepower at the PTO, rear PTO. So my BX25D has a 23 horsepower engine, but the horsepower rating at the rear PTO is 17.5. And that's pretty similar to other subcompact tractors like mine out there. As you know, you can go up to more compact size tractors, and your horsepower is going to be going up. So this chipper is good up to 50 horsepower, and then on the low end 15 horsepower. It is designed to run at 540 RPMs at the PTO. So for my BX, that means I need to turn the engine RPM speed up to 3,068. Overall weight of the machine is 430 pounds, which my BX handles with no problem. I found with the loader on or the forks, it felt well balanced. I will mention that this unit did work with my Land Pride QH05 quick hitch. So I'm really pleased about that. I'm really getting to where if something doesn't work with it, I try and modify it so I can use it with the quick hitch. I did have a little bit of trouble with one side where it didn't sit in the lower arm spot on the quick hitch, but I found that if I just loosened the nut up on that pin, rotated it, and then it set. And I also adjusted the lift arms just a little. So for some reason it was just a little off kilter, and just had to fix that. It has an 80-pound flywheel, which has a 25-inch diameter. There's 4 cutting blades that mount on the flywheel and are reversible. I do look forward to only sharpening it maybe once a year, and then just having to reverse it over that year's period. That's what I'm hoping anyway. This unit does have the optional stands, which are mounted to the bottom of it. This makes it so that I can adjust how it's going to sit in relation to the tractor to help ensure that that drive line is as horizontal as possible. You'll see a little bit later on in the video when we take a closer look at the drive shaft. It's a direct drive, so there's no belts or gearboxes to have to mess with. The flywheel rotates on a couple of bearings, and those bearings do have a grease zerk in them, so that makes it That should help prolong their life. The drive shaft does have a shear bolt to protect your tractor in case something did stop that flywheel. Your tractor will just will want to keep spinning the PTO, and that shear bolt should shear on off. One last thing to kind of cover just as an overview is that there is one bolt. If it got jammed up, you know, they're inside, there's one bolt, and that blade cover, flywheel cover, just hinges up. There's two bolts, and it just hinges up, and you can get to the jam or whatever it is right from there with just removing one bolt. I haven't had to do that yet in a month's worth of working with it, and I've had kind of a variety of material through it. So next up, we'll take a look at it a little bit closer. All right, to get to the flywheel, just take that bolt and nut out, and it hinges back. Here you can see the four blades. Actually, maybe you can't see it that well. Let's come around. You can see the blades here. Here's the flywheel. I've put the PTO into, disengage the rear PTO. So it has an 80-pound flywheel, 4 blades that are reversible. They are to be sharpened at a 45-degree angle. So I like the fact that there's 4 of them and that they're reversible. So should be able to get a good bit of wear out of them. Let's go back around to the other side. Get out of the light there. You can see there's the 4 bolts to take the blades out. I've not done that yet, but it looks simple enough. There is a piece. Let's get this over. They're zoomed in. And that little piece there bolts through. And then as the flywheel goes through, it'll break those any twigs, longer pieces that happen to get through, and shoot them on out. So it's going this way, so you know the wood would be fed in, hit the blades, go into the bottom basically, and then this is spinning this way, so that's throwing it up, and any sticks that get in there, that's called the twig breaker. It's a really simple design. let's take a look at the bearing here. You know, it's direct drive, so it hooks directly up to the drive shaft and the PTO drive shaft. Sits on the bearings there. One there, one on the back side. It's got a grease zerk there. So 2 bearings that it rolls on. So pretty simple, very simple design. Here's the feed chute. Let's see if we can't get you a view down there. Not much. Not much to see. Alright, we'll show you how to rotate the chute. Simple enough. Just press that down, it lifts that pin up. And in the assembly video, you saw those cutouts in the lower portion. That pin just goes into those cutouts and locks into place. Simple enough. It actually will spin 360 degrees. So that was how you change the direction of that you throw your chips horizontally. Vertically, we've just got 2 knobs here. Loosen it up. And then you can change what throws it with that there. So simple, very simple design. To put the feed chute into the transportation mode or position, there's 2 nuts that you unscrew, and then it just hinges up. And it has this built-in piece that just latches in, and there's a pin. I'm going to turn the machine here in a minute so that the sun is giving us some light on that other side, but that just holds it in place. Okay, we've turned it here. We talked about the 4 blades that go on the flywheel. There is this stationary blade that bolts in here, and then you can adjust, you know, that in or out. So that way it acts kind of like a scissor motion. As those blades come through, it'll go up against that stationary piece, and it's kind of like pruning shears or lopping shears, I guess you'd say. The manual says that there should be a 1/32 of an inch clearance for optimal chipping. Now that we have that up, let's see if we can get some light in there. Alright, let's get a look into the feed hopper. There's a blade, you know, it would spin and rub up, you know, go right by that stationary blade and shear off some wood chips. It has a wide enough opening, I found, so that if the branches are really branchy with other branches on it, as you put it through the feed hopper, it you know, they get kind of pushed back, and Then the blade grabs the branch. It's self-feeding, and for the most part, pulls it through. I think one of the last things left to look at, it does come with a shear bolt protection on that drive line. So that way, if something does stop that flywheel and your tractor continues to try and turn, that shear bolt should shear off and free up the drive line, so that way it doesn't damage your tractor. So I've said it once, might as well say it again. Super simple design, very, very affordable unit when pricing it out compared to other units out there. And for the little bit that I do, and cleaning up the yard, after pruning up some trees, I think it's going to serve me extremely well for a very long time. POU, philosophy of use. You can tell I've watched a couple of nut and fancy reviews. But, this is a smaller chipper, for smaller material, for a smaller tractor. So it's not getting a lot of really hard use. I think it's ideal for the rural property homeowner who has a lot of trees, branches that fall. You're constantly having to pick them up. I know I am. And say you're going to be doing some pruning around your property each year. I think this is an ideal chipper for that type of person. And since you're only going to be using it, a few times a year, at the price point, you can't beat. Some of the other chippers that I was looking at for my BX were twice as much. So, are they twice as good or that much better? I doubt it. I feel pretty confident with this unit. The company, Betstco, they've been in business since '95. They do online tractor implements. And, as far as parts, you can order some of the stuff online from their website. But then also they said, just call and you can order over the phone. The manual has the complete parts diagram and the parts list, so should be able to figure out which part I need and order it if I ever needed to. But like I said, it's a simple design, shouldn't have a problem. Okay, let's take a look at the manual. As you can see, it's in color, so that's one of the nice things right off the bat. It goes through all your traditional safety stuff, some of the transport safety, storage safety, all that good stuff. Let's run through. Talks about assembly. There's also a website. You can go to Betstco.com, assembly video. What I wanted to get to talks about your machine break-in period. Reminds you to torque all your fasteners and hardware. Check the condition of the rotor, check the condition of the twig breaker, the clearance of the rotor and the stationary blades, lubricate all grease fittings. After 10 hours, go through steps 1 through 5 again. Gives you a pre-operation checklist. Has all your machine components here so that you know what you're referring to. It's how to cut your drive line. Mounting and unhooking to the tractor. Talks about your blades, the clearance, 1/32 of an inch. Talks about your shear pin, the twig breaker, so in general it's actually one of the better manuals I've seen, believe it or not. Maintenance, gives you your bolt torque specs, parts diagram, parts list. So pretty good deal. The specs, let me zoom in here. Talk about the feed capacity, 4" by 10" material down there. You know, that's to account for the branches and stuff like that. The feed hopper up higher, 20" by 20". Nice wide opening to get your big branches in with lots of branches off of it. Talked about the torque specs, gives you all that. So pretty good deal, pretty good deal. Option of a 2-year extended warranty. Okay, we're gonna wrap up the video with some footage of some real green stuff that I just cut just prior to feeding it in. I wanted to see how it worked with that, and it worked great. No problems at all. So just to kind of recap, we have a Farmer Helper Machinery BX42s wood chipper from Betstco Products. You can find them at betstco.com. This unit runs $1,399 normally, and that includes free shipping to your house. If you need a lift gate delivery, then that's an extra $45. I will say that this chipper does go on sale periodically for $1,259, so just have to keep an eye out for that. The model that I have here and that you see, it does include the optional stands, and those come in at $89, just so that you kind of have a full understanding of the cost of this unit that I have here. So it is a Wallenstein BX42 clone. It's geared right, you know, to be just like it. Some of the reviews that I've seen say that the specs are identical. So I'm pleased with it. Bottom line, I'm pleased with it. It does the job that I need it to. You know, granted, it is less expensive machine. You know, it is made in China, but for, as I mentioned in the philosophy of use, I think it's going to meet my needs just fine, and I feel very confident that I'll be able to get parts if I needed. But like I said before, it's such a simple design. The only thing that really could go bad is the bearings, really. So I'm pleased. 2 thumbs up. Let me know what you think down in the comments. Thanks for watching. I truly feel blessed to be able to do this and contribute back to the YouTube community that I have learned so much from, such as how to do tractor and auto maintenance and repair, plumbing repairs in my house, electrical, which I'm certain has saved me thousands of dollars over the years. Not to mention the tons of entertainment watching tractor-related videos in anticipation of my tractor, then how to use it, or the attachments, or what my next attachment mod I absolutely needed. I'm sure I'm the only one, right? To help support the channel, please hit the like button and comment below. This helps the video get suggested to other viewers. Plus, I really enjoy the interaction from y'all. If you want to see other videos of my tractor adventures, subscribe to my channel at O&D Life and hit the bell symbol to be notified when new videos are posted. When you go to my channel, you will find videos discussing attachments, some safety lessons learned from a rollover I had and a time that the tractor was running away from me downhill. And then there's videos of just getting orange and dirty. If you are on Facebook, you can find me at O&D Life. Like and follow the page for sneak peeks of current weekend projects and likely upcoming videos. Look in the description below for my email and link to the O&D Life Amazon store, where you can find some products that I use in the videos or just use or that I want and I plan to order at some point from the store. Lastly, check out some of the videos in the description. I have some links. They're videos of products that can help keep you orange and dirty, living the O&D life. O&D out.